What's up, guys? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Friday night, our regularly scheduled programming, which is our MARA meeting. MARA is Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous. And we are a fellowship of men and women who believe in all-inclusive recovery. No judgment ever. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Cindy? What's up? What's up? So I just got done, you guys, doing my skincare. I know I've been telling you guys about the breakouts I've been having all over, like right here. And then you can see, oh, there it is, right here. It's really bothering me a lot. So I went to Sephora today and got some stuff for my face. And I just got done doing that skincare. I got all my little samples right here. But we're not talking about skincare. We're talking about Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous. So first of all, my name's Nicole and I'm an addict. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. I'm currently on 6 milligrams prescribed of Suboxone, and I'm in the middle of a taper with my doctor, actually. I go back on November 14th to drop down to 4 milligrams, and I try to keep you guys posted as I drop, but I haven't dropped anymore with my doctor yet. So Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous is one size does not fit all. Do you use medications such as methadone, naltrexone, Suboxone, Camprol, Paxil, Provigil, bupropion, which is Wellbutrin, gabapentin, baclofen, Topamax, that is prescribed and approved by a medical community to treat various drug and alcohol use disorders? Many addicts and alcoholics that are utilizing evidence-based science to aid in their recovery sometimes feel unwelcome other places. Here at Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous, you're always welcome. Recovery is simply to recover from an unsafe lifestyle. We of MARA believe that medication is a therapeutic tool of recovery that may or may not be discontinued in time, dependent on the needs of the individual. And that's the MARA preamble. I wanted to talk to you guys and let y'all know that you can find MARA meetings in your area at marainternational.org. If you want to start a meeting in your area, all you have to do is go to marainternational.org, and at the bottom of the screen, it'll say like, get in touch with us, and you can email them and you can tell them, hey, I live in St. Louis. I want to start a MARA meeting here, and they can help you with everything. So what I'm going to do right now is we'll kind of I'll read the format to you guys so y'all can hear what it's like and stuff. And what? Anyway, I hate that. Oh. Traditions. Chrome needs storage. No. Why doesn't it show me? I hate that it's like in this downloading area. Okay, so they got meetings in, listen to this, Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, Mississippi, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Texas, Vermont, Virginia, Washington. And we got one at Real Talk Recovery every Friday at 7. So MARA Mat Support web-based meeting. That's us. So welcome everybody to tonight's MARA meeting. I'm really glad that you guys all could make it. What I was thinking that we could do tonight, because I was thinking, what can we talk about tonight? I talk about a lot of stuff, and sometimes I go from topic to topic to topic, but I really want to focus on one steady topic tonight, and I want to get you guys' input on it. So I was on the phone with my girl, Cindy, and I was like, what can we talk about tonight? And I said, you know what? I want to hear from you guys when you got to that point in your life where you said, I surrender. I give up. I can't live my life like this anymore. I've got to make a change. Okay. And kind of to get things rolling, I'll share with you guys when that time happened for me. Okay. And then I want you guys to call in and tell me when you got to that point. Wait a second, Nicole, I'm not to that point yet. I'm still in my active addiction. Well, if you're still in your active addiction and you're struggling to find that surrender, you can call in and talk to us about that if you feel comfortable. Now, listen, if you guys don't feel comfortable, of course, don't call in. I'm not going to peer pressure you, but I want you guys to call in if you want to share about when you decided to make a change in your life, because it's different for everybody. So there was many times in my active addiction where I thought I had reached the end of my rope. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh, this is it. It can't get any worse than this. And I'll give you guys a few examples. So the very first time I thought that I had gotten to the end of my rope was when I went to treatment for the first time with old Missa in the comment section. Oh shoot, I got to treatment and I was like, this is it. I'm changing my life. I'm turning over a new leaf, right? Well, wrong. I got in there, I got sober, I got to feeling better, and when I got out, I went back to my old ways. And that's kind of how it would happen for me, you guys, is I would go in somewhere and I would start feeling better, and then I would go back and I would relapse. And a lot of the reasons why I kept on relapsing was because I wasn't changing anything. Like I was going out and I was expecting to come out of treatment and I was expecting for everything to change on its own. Hey Ryan, I'm flying Sunday to Florida for rehab. I'm so proud of you, Daniel. Like you don't understand how freaking proud of you I am, man. Like congratulations. If you can, leave your address with me so we can write you while you're in treatment. We'll send you a card or something. You know what I'm saying? For real. So just text me on the Real Talk Recovery phone line so I can send you a special little letter to encourage you on your journey. So that was the first time that I thought that I had gotten to the end of my rope. I was like, this is it. I can't take it anymore. And then I got out and I didn't change anything. I went back to the same people, places, and things. All right. I remember I got a job working at a bar, waiting tables, right? And I thought, I can stay sober. I can stay sober. If you're an alcoholic or an addict and you're trying to stay sober, the last place I recommend getting a job is bartending, okay? Or waiting tables. Because in those situations when you're bartending and waiting tables, a lot of the people in those jobs, like they're weekend warriors or they're just full out drug addicts and alcoholics. And the reason they work those jobs is because they can go in, they can be drunk, they can be high, and they can still function and do their job. You know what I mean? So a lot of the times when I would go into treatment, I would come out and I would go back and I would work these jobs waiting tables. And so I'd have all these people around me that were, getting drunk and high still. And when you're new in your recovery, it's hard to say no. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially when it's right there in your face, you guys. That's why instead of, what's up, Liz? Instead of like putting yourself in the position where you have to have willpower and be like saying no and white knuckling it, guess what? Why not put yourself in that situation to begin with? And the first way to not do that is to make sure that you get a job somewhere. What's up, Nick? Where you know that your sobriety is going to be safe. Okay. For a lot of the times I used to make up these excuses and I would say, well, I can't get a job anywhere else. I have a felony on my record, right? You guys, I promise you that I will help. If you can't find a job somewhere, I will help you find a job. I actually work with a girl who hasn't gotten a job at the same place I work at. And like, I will help you find a place where they will hire you. we just have to work together, you know, and a lot of the time, sometimes that takes us finding resources or connecting with other people who know where we've been. So, like I was telling you guys, so that was the first time that I kind of felt like I was going to surrender, but then I didn't. So, if you guys want to call in, again, you can call in and share with us when you thought you were going to surrender, or if you have surrendered and you've gotten to that point where you're making changes in your life, call me and share with me how you did it, because I really want everyone else to hear what you're doing to stay sober. Okay, guys? And if you don't feel comfortable calling in, comment down below and I'll read your comment. Okay. So, because I feel like you guys know what I'm doing. I share what I'm doing to stay sober every day with you guys. And I think that what's really important is sharing amongst each other and sharing with each other, because peer to peer fellowship helps so much. Like, okay, for instance, whenever I used to be in treatment, we would go to these like meetings where it was all of us from the treatment center, and we would have weekly meetings. Okay. And we would sit down, and each one of us had gotten a job. Some of us were, you know, working at Kroger. Some of us were working, some of the guys were working construction, and we would sit down and we would bounce ideas off of each other, and we would share with each other, like if we were having struggles with triggers, what we were doing to stay away from those triggers, how we were keeping our focus on our recovery, how we were staying on our schedule, you know, and we would share those things with each other, and it would help a lot. So that's why I want to encourage you guys to share amongst each other, or call me and share on the phone line, or share in the comment section, because you might hear something or see something in the comment section that you hadn't thought of yet. I'm telling you. So, second time I thought I was done. Because, see, here's the thing with my addiction, it was a long addiction. Oh, we got a caller. Hello. Hey.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, Cindy.
Hello, my friend.
So, girl, tell me what's your name and how long you've been sober?
Okay. My name is Cindy Briggs, and I have been clean since February 17th of 2004.
2004. That's 15 years, y'all. 15 years.
15 years.
Dang. Okay, Cindy, tell us when you. Okay, let me get my stuttering in check.
Okay, so I can't see. Oh, yeah, I can see.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see the comments.
Okay. Yeah. When did you realize?
I can't believe I just did this, because I do not get on this thing.
I'm so glad you did. So, you guys, Cindy's been sober for 15 years. Cindy, will you tell us what it was like when you were in active addiction, and what finally pushed you over the edge to get sober?
Man, it's been a long time. I guess I've been in rehab. I was a constant relapser. I've been in rehab 10 times. Family was getting sick of it. Everybody was getting sick of it. I finally got sick of it. And it came to the point where, I know we talked about this one time and laughed about it, but it's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. But I guess my breaking point was when I would, and I'm sorry if this grosses anybody out, but I would if I got sick and threw my pills up, I would take them out of the toilet and wash them off and take them again.
I've totally been there, Cindy. Totally been there.
Pretty sick. But they're pretty sick with that.
But don't be embarrassed, because we've all probably done that. How many of you guys have taken maybe when you were in your active addiction, you took pills on an empty stomach and they didn't go down all the way, and you puked them up and they were whole, and then you saw them and you grabbed them, rinsed them off, and swallowed them back down again? I bet you all the people in the comment section have done it before, because if you're a drug addict like me and Cindy are, you don't want to waste those pills.
Hell no.
Right.
No. I'd get them out of the toilet, wash them off, and put them right back down. And if they came up again, I do the same thing.
Yep.
So.
And everybody is saying they did it too. Mrs. said.
No, not good, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, Misty did it. Mrs. done it. Everybody's done it, girl. Oh, well, the Wilderness says, I hear that happens a lot in prison. And Daniel said 100%. Wow. So I'm telling you, this is why I want us to share openly, you guys, and not be embarrassed. Because, Cindy, doesn't it feel good to know that you're not the only one who's done that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. You're not. And that's the thing. It's about supporting each other. Okay, go ahead. I'm not going to interrupt you no more.
I don't know. I don't know. I used to think that, I wasn't an addict there for a while because, like I didn't, never shot drugs and, I was just got hooked on painkillers after a surgery and stuff. And my first sponsor had told me, Cindy, you're no different than the heroin addict out on the street. Just where you get your drugs is a little bit cleaner than where they get their drugs. Like, I get my drugs from the pharmacy. That's a little cleaner. So that really has stuck with me for a long time, that I'm just as bad as a person on the street. I'm just as bad as anybody. Taking 30 and 40 pain pills a day, and it was just awful. And I finally made my way. I mean, this has been 15 years ago. I made my way to I heard about a drug called Suboxone, and found a doctor, and he put me on it, and I've been on it ever since. I don't ever plan tapering, because I'm, quote, a constant relapser, and I know if I get off of it, I know that I will go back. So I don't have any plans on ever tapering. It's just like my oldest daughter is diabetic, and she can't go without her insulin. Well, I can't go without Suboxone. That's my
right. That's your medication. That's helping you live your life better. In those 15 years that you've been sober, I mean, your whole life changed from the way it was when you were in active addiction, huh?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, because back then, you could doctor hop. I was always figuring out which doctors. I'd make my husband go for me. I would lock him out of the house if he did not bring any home to me. Because back then, it was easy to go to emergency rooms and stuff. And, yeah, it's way different now. Way better.
And there's no reason to ever even be ashamed that you're on maintenance. And there's nothing wrong with not wanting to taper or not feeling like you need to, because everyone is different. And that's what, like, I'm glad you brought that up, because I want everyone to understand, like, just because I'm tapering doesn't mean that Cindy needs to taper. Doesn't mean she wants to taper. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're all different.
It's not even in my head at all to taper. I'm on a maintenance dose, and I will stay on it the rest of my life.
Right.
And I don't have a problem with it. And if somebody else does, well, fuck them. I don't really care.
Right. But it's like, I'm glad that you are at that point, though, where you are like, screw it. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm going to do what I have to do for me and mine. And that's what we all have to get to, that point where we don't worry about what anybody else is thinking, you guys, because it doesn't matter. All that matters is that Cindy is a mother to her kids. She's a wife to her husband. She can help her sister out with her daughter. I mean, she is a sister, a best friend, a wife, a daughter. I mean, she's able to go on vacation and have a good time with her family. And she couldn't do that 15 years ago.
No,
So.
No, they didn't want around at all.
Right. I'm so proud of you. And okay, I'm so proud of you. And you're going to get off here?
I thought I'd kick it off. Yeah.
I'm proud of you, girl. Thanks for calling in, and I love you.
Okay, now everybody else better call in because y'all don't know how hard that is for me to call and talk. Is it, Nicole?
Do y'all hear that? Y'all have to call in.
How hard that is for me.
Y'all, you did it, girl. Now you look at me. Now the next step is coming on and telling your whole story.
Oh Lordy. Well, okay, we'll plan that. We'll plan that.
You can do it. I love you, okay?
Oh, well, I put everybody in the comments. I love all you guys. I really mean it when I say hey or hi. I mean, I feel like all you guys are my friends and stuff. So I really do love all you guys in the RTR family.
We love you too, Cindy. You're one of, we got a core group of people here, you guys, of men and women who are here in the middle of things, greeting each other, welcoming each other, and holding each other up when we're struggling. And Cindy, you have fit right into the middle of our little group. And I love you, and I'm glad you found us.
Well, I just want to plug one thing.
Plug one thing, girl.
If any of you ladies ever need like extra help or anything like that, need to talk, we have Patreon, and I'm telling you, it is amazing. I have made some really good friends, best friends. I know Nicole doesn't like to always talk about it, the Patreon, but I'm telling you, it is awesome. So if any of you girls, women, need extra help or want somebody to talk to every day, we're always on. Always, no matter what time of day it is, there's always somebody there for you.
Yeah, so, they're always there. Look at me. Y'all are there for me when I need you. And I'm like, and it started out as for me to be there for you guys. And it's turned in to this like family of women who we all check on each other. It's like a sisterhood.
Yeah, exactly.
A sisterhood of the traveling pants.
That's right. That's what we need,
I love you, girl.
You gotta have people. But anyway, now all y'all better call in.
Okay, girl. Love you.
All right, love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Cindy broke the water for us. Does that make sense? Broke the ice. 15 years sober, you guys. That's a huge accomplishment. And Cindy's one of my dear friends that I talk to basically every day. We're friends in real life. And she's just a good person. She really, really does care about other people. She is able, like I said, to be with her family, with her kids.
She'll put the arms on it.
And she's willing to be of service to other women in recovery because it helps her stay sober at the same time. And it's just, it through Real Talk Recovery, through having this channel and, reaching out and meeting all you guys, like I've got like friends all over the globe that I never would have had if it wasn't for my sobriety, and that's what this is about. I got friends because of my recovery. Back when I was in my active addiction, y'all wouldn't have wanted to be my friend. But today, it's just, I could literally cry because I'm so happy that I have this support group. And that's exactly what this is. Real Talk Recovery is a support group of men and women. And I'm so grateful for all you guys. So let me catch up on y'all's comments. Oh. Sisters in sobriety. Exactly, Kim. Hey, Misty, what's up, girl? I was given fentanyl injections in the hospital with no info. I was just desperate to not be in pain. And they told me when I found out there was no danger of becoming addictive, taking PRN. They were wrong. Absolutely. Ryan, I'm so sorry that happened to you, bud. The wilderness. The doctors have helped to create this addiction. I'm surprised they were allowed to get away with it for so long. Oh, listen to me, the wilderness. Here in the United States, it's been I truly believe, and listen, this is just me getting into this is really how I believe. I used to think that, hey, Great Dane, I used to think that the government and all this stuff was good, but now the older I get, I realize that the government keeps people down that are not rich, people that are, poor or middle class. We are we're always going to be scratching and pulling and trying to get more because the government and the world is not designed to help people like us. It's only designed for the rich people. Okay. And so if you're not rich, then you're screwed basically. And so, for drug addicts, a lot of us drug addicts are either poor or like lower middle class or middle class. And so we can't get the assistance and the help that we need. A lot of us don't have insurance. So if we need help or we need to go to treatment, it's like you have to find a treatment center that will take you on for free, right? And so, it's easy to find treatment for someone who has insurance. That's not hard. That's not work, okay? It's what's hard work is finding someone a place to go, a bed to sleep in, and a 30-day facility to be in with no insurance. Okay, that takes work. That takes calling all over the place. Like, believe me, you guys, like, I can call anywhere and get you into treatment if you have a PPO, but if you don't have insurance, it's hard work. And the 3 times I went to treatment, I didn't have any insurance. So I had to go to state ran facilities that I would get these things called, during the summer, they would have these grants for people who didn't have the money to go to treatment, right? And they would give so many people this money for a grant and they would be able to go into rehab. By the grace of God, I was able to go into treatment 3 times on state funded grants. The other 2 times I had insurance, thank God. But other than that, I wouldn't have had a way to go to treatment. And just think about all the people that are out there in their active addiction right now that are struggling, that don't have jobs, that have been kicked out of their family's house, who are over the age of 18 and are not on their parents' insurance anymore. They're destitute. They have no way to get help. The only way they can get help is by reaching out and finding somebody that can help advocate for them to find them treatment somewhere that they can go for free. And like I said, that takes a lot of man hours, working with somebody on the phone, finding out all their information, getting them into somewhere where they can go that's not insurance covered. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of work. And you know what? The wilderness, I understand because I was destitute for a long time. Oh, we got another caller, you guys. Hey, Misty.
Hi.
How are you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing so good. I'm so glad you called in.
I'm so shy. So, okay.
Don't be shy. Talk to me. I'm listening.
Okay. Well, I've been an addict for about 20-some years.
Mm-hmm.
And, I have multiple sclerosis, so it's very easy for me to get pain medicine.
Yeah.
So, I'd go through 120 Norcos in like 4 days. And then the rest of the month, I wouldn't have anything. And, I've used all sorts of drugs. I've used meth, IV. But my DOC was pain pills.
Mm-hmm.
And I overdosed every time I would take the pain pills with Xanax. I would overdose every single time. But I kept doing it over and over again. And I have a 19-year-old. And I put her through the ringer, because she doesn't understand why I couldn't get clean. If I loved her enough, I would get clean.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that happened. And then this last time, it's a whole big story. She got involved with a guy that ended up pimping her out. And we couldn't find her forever. And then we found her. And when she came home, I said, I promise you, I will get clean. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. I just knew I had to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw a commercial for to call in for,
buprenorphine.
I don't know what it was called, but
Suboxone.
Yeah. And
Uh-huh.
so then I got Dr. B's phone number, and thank God I went to him, and he has been a heaven sent. He treats me like a human being, not a piece of shit like most of us drug addicts are treated.
Yeah.
And he is just awesome. And I am 4 months clean.
I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you, girl. 4 months, you guys. That's 120 days.
Yes. And I honestly didn't think I would ever, because I couldn't skip one day clean. You know what I mean? So there is hope for people that think they can't do it. If I can do it, I know people say it all the time, but if I can do it, anybody can.
Can you tell everybody,
Really
can you share with us how you're doing with your pain? Because I know you have multiple sclerosis. So is the Suboxone helping you with your pain?
Yes, it's totally controlled my pain. Like, because I'd be in pain 24/7. And the Suboxone takes away all my pain. You know, I mean, they're not all, but, you know, I'll have some sort of pain, but it's manageable.
Yeah.
I can live my life on that.
And so do you think that whenever you got into drugs, that a lot of the reason why you used was because you were medicating the pain?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
And then, of course, we have other stuff that goes in our lives, like stress with the kids and traumas.
Yeah.
And so that probably just added on to it even more, you know?
Of course. Yeah, it did.
You guys, this is a big deal for Misty to call in because she and I, we've been working together for what, 4 months now? And she even has a hard time calling and talking to me on the phone. So for her to be on the live stream talking, girl, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so proud of you. This is so awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're giving other people hope, Misty. You're giving other people hope that they can do it.
I hope I am.
You are.
I really do.
You are. I'm so proud of you, girl.
I am so glad that Dr. B gave me your info, or else I would have never found you. You know what I mean? If he didn't give me your info. And you have helped me so much, Nicole. I can't even tell you. Like, you are just so loving and giving, and you are there for everyone in your chat like me.
Well, you guys help me too. Y'all help me too. And I promise you, like, you guys help me. That's why I help you guys, because I'm fucking crazy and I'm selfish. And when I help you, it helps me in return. Like, I promise you, it's never too much. I love hearing from you. I love getting your emails. I love getting your text messages. I love knowing that you got another 30 days sober. I love knowing that your daughter's doing good. Like, I really do care about your well-being, and I cannot wait to celebrate 6 months with you. We're going to have a freaking party on Real Talk Recovery when Misty hits 6 months.
Yes.
Because that's half a year. I mean, 4 months is a long time, but you know how they do it. They do it 3, 6, and then the 1 year. So the 6 months, we're going to have a damn celebration.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, girl. I love you. Thank you for calling and sharing.
Of course. All right.
Talk to you later.
Everybody.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you so much for calling in, Misty. You did such a good job, girl. I'm so proud of you. Hey, Brandon, what's up? Hi, Brandon. Doing good. How about yourself? Doing good. Just trying to stay warm. It's gotten cold here in Virginia. Listen to this, you guys. It is cold here. Now, y'all know I live in Arkansas, all right? And I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, and usually it's like during Halloween, it's probably like 60, 70 degrees. It was like 40. So that's cold here. Misty, you did so good. So far we had Miss Cindy call in with 15 years sober. We had Misty call in with 4 months sober. So we're seeing both ends of the spectrum, you guys. And I hope that, you know, for me, like hearing Cindy share her experience, it gives me hope that I can keep going on. You know what I'm saying? And then hearing Misty, what it does for me is it reminds me what it was like when I first got into my recovery. And I'm just so damn proud of both of you ladies. Y'all are doing so well, and just keep on pushing forward. If I could give a little bit of advice to everybody that's here, is to never let what someone else says about your sobriety affect you. Don't let judgment, don't let ridicule, don't let opinions shape you, because you are special. You are your own person. And until I started realizing that what made me was special. You know, I'm not anybody else. I'm Nicole Pludre, okay? And I'm different, and that's what's special about me. And so until I stopped trying to fit in everybody else's little box and try to be like every other person, this is what I'm here to do. And I have a special, gift to give too, just like you guys have special gifts to give. Each one of us has hope to give somebody else. Where somebody might come on the channel and they might listen to my story and say, I can't relate to that girl's story at all. I've never been to prison and I would never shoot up, right? They might come on and hear Cindy's story and say, I was just like Cindy. I couldn't stop popping pills. And see, everybody is different, where my story might not reach somebody, you guys' stories will reach someone. Okay. So that's why I encourage you all to share your stories with each other. You don't have to start telling everybody, but right now, while we're in the Mara meeting, it's okay to share, where you're at in your recovery. Is there anybody that is struggling? Is there anyone that's going through a hard time right now that, wants to talk about it, wants to ask questions, wants to tell us what's going on? Feel free to comment it down below. Feel free to call me on the cell phone. I'll answer it and we can all talk to you. Just know that you're not alone, no matter what, you guys. All right. I used to be so worried about sharing when I was struggling on my channel because I didn't want anybody, I didn't want people to know. I thought if I shared, then that would kind of give people an easier way to like know what's going on in my life. But I've been doing really good, like in my sobriety. Like I haven't been feeling tempted to use or drink, but I've been really struggling with I haven't been feeling like I fit in with anybody. Do y'all ever get like that? Nicole, what can I expect in rehab? Daniel, I'm fixing to lay it down for you, baby. Here I go. So when you go into treatment, if you're coming off of heroin, so are you going to, listen to me, Daniel, are you already detoxed or are you going to be going in there high? Because that's the first thing we need to know. If you're going in and you're going to need detox, you need to let them know so they can set you up to go into detox when you get there. Because they might put you into detox and medically detox you. Like they'll give you like Librium. They'll give you some kind of really low dose Ativan or something like that, and then they'll give you some medicine for your blood pressure, and they'll check your vitals, and they'll help you. Now they can also give you Suboxone to taper you off. It just depends on what the treatment center that you're going to. It does. Some of the treatment centers don't do Suboxone tapers. Hey Caleb, what's up, buddy? It's all good, man. We got started a little early, so it's all good. You need to find out whether or not they do a Suboxone taper when you go in, Daniel. If not, it's going to be okay either way. If you go in, because I went into treatment and they detoxed me. They gave me one Suboxone the first day I got there. Then they broke it in half the next day. Then they gave me a quarter the next day. And then the next day they gave me nothing. And then I went straight from detox into treatment. Okay. I stayed in treatment for 30 days. When I came out of treatment, I got on Suboxone. I still wanted to use, I still wanted to get high. My son was in DHS custody. So I went and I took it upon myself, me, my doctor, my therapist, and my husband. And I got on the Suboxone Suboxone clinic. But here's what I recommend, and everyone's different. So please, you guys, like if this is not your experience, ask me and I'll tell you what I think. The reason I got on Suboxone, you guys, and I'm being 100% transparent, was because I had never stayed sober longer than I think 9 months. I stayed sober for 9 months when I first got out of prison, and it was because I lived in a halfway house. Okay. Every single other time I relapsed. When I got out of treatment, I wanted to get high, and my son was in the state's custody, and I was afraid to lose my son. I was completely against Suboxone. I didn't believe in it. I thought it was horrible. I didn't think that anybody should be on it. I was just talking shit all the time. I didn't believe in it. And then when the rubber met the road and I was sitting there looking at my fate and thinking, I'm going to lose my son because I can't stay sober. And my DHS caseworker was like, if you can't stay sober, your rights are going to be terminated. I said, maybe I need to take a second look and check and see if I need to do this. And that's when I got on Suboxone. And ever since then, I haven't relapsed. I've been sober for 4 years, 3 months, and everything has been wonderful. I take my Suboxone every day at the same time. I don't get any kind of euphoria. I don't get any kind of feeling from it. I just take it and I go on about my day. As I taper down, I notice a little bit of withdrawal, like when I'm yawning and stuff sometimes, but nothing bad at all. And I'm just going really slow. Now, what to expect when you go into treatment? After you get out of detox, whether they detox you with Suboxone or they detox you without it, you're going to go into treatment. And what they're going to do first is they're going to assess you. They're going to ask you how long you've been using, what drugs you used, the kind of things that you would do to get drugs. They're going to check and see if you have, they're going to ask you about hepatitis C, HIV. They're going to check and see if you're like a high risk, because I had hepatitis C. They're going to take you and they're going to put you in a room. I don't know if you're going to have a roommate at this treatment center, but when I was in treatment, we had little cabins. So I had a roommate. And she was nice. The girl that I met this last treatment center, we had these, it was a really nice treatment center called Oasis. And they had these beautiful log cabins out on this like big stretch of land with a big old pond, and it was stocked with catfish so we could go fishing in it. You guys, it was a really nice treatment center. And they would feed us steak and lobster, all kinds of good food. This was the treatment center that my insurance paid for, because I actually had insurance at this time. But they introduced me to my roommate, and then I went straight into groups. So the treatment centers that I have always went to have been 12-step based treatment centers where they teach you the 12 steps. They teach you relapse prevention, and they teach you all about the disease process, okay? Triggers, how to make new friends, change your people, places, and things. I hope I get a roommate. Oh, you ain't gonna get no girls. And if it's a female male treatment center, hey Deidre, then what they'll do is they'll have you guys split up. They'll have the men on one side and the women on the other side, and you might just come in to do groups together with the girls. But other than that, you're going to be with all the guys all the time. I'll tell you this: every treatment center I've ever been to, we had chores to do. Okay. Every rehab I've ever been in, I was always working in the kitchen. I always either did breakfast, lunch, dinner, or the dishes. And Missa can tell you guys, me and Missa were in treatment the first time I ever went to rehab. And me and my friend Scott, this gay guy, we cooked and she did the dishes. Huh, girl? Yes, I have heard of faith-based treatment centers, and what faith-based is it's all centered around Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and turning your life over to him and being rehabilitated in that sense. Now, I believe in God, and I believe that, he has helped me to change my life, and he has encouraged, I believe that God has performed a miracle in my life by having my son removed from my care and then waking me up so I could change my life. But I think what happens for a lot of people who are struggling in active addiction, they are not connected to their higher power anymore. They're not connected to God, or they might not believe in that. So going into a treatment center where it's all based around God, it can be really, really hard to open up and to let what they're teaching you in, because you're already closed off from the idea because you don't believe in God, right? But I do know that there's some pretty awesome faith-based treatment centers. One of them I know is Teen Challenge. And then there's another one I know that is called Habilitat, and it's in Hawaii. And my friend actually works there. I believe in a variety of treatments, and I think that it's really important for if you're going into treatment, I think they should have the education side where they teach you all about the disease. I think they should have the 12 steps in there, and I think they should also teach you how to behaviors, how to change your behaviors. How long can you go between doses at the dose you're on now? Hey, Nico, are you on methadone or Suboxone? So here's the thing, you guys, like with methadone and Suboxone, like I always make sure I take my dose every single day, because what happens for me, and I know a lot of people, and I'm not saying any of you guys are doing this, okay? There's a lot of people that don't take their dose every day, okay? And they divert their medication. And what they do is they hoard it up, and then they don't take it for a couple days and then take it. And if you're doing that, then you're going to change the way you feel, and you're going to be getting that feeling, right? I have to dose every 24 hours too. I think it's all on about how your body metabolizes it. Right, Brandon. And the thing about it is, you guys, you really need to make sure that you're taking your medication every day as it's prescribed, okay? It's really, really important. And the reason why it's important is because when you are taking those days in between, the medication's going out of your body. It's exiting your body, right? And then when you reintroduce the medication into your system, then that feeling comes in, right? And then what's going to happen? We're going to find ourselves chasing that feeling. Okay. And then then what happens? You're addicted to taking Suboxone, or you're addicted to taking whatever medication is, right? Nico says, I take my dose every day. I just sometimes try to sleep longer. Oh, I totally understand, girl. Me too. I love sleeping longer. It needs to stay leveled out. Yes, Deidre, that's exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be taken every day, because if it doesn't, and you let, like we're saying, and the medication goes below that ceiling effect, then it comes back into your system and you're getting that feeling. And so that's why with anything, you guys, whether you're on like your antidepressant, take your medication in the morning when you wake up. If you take it in the morning or you take it at noon, just make sure you take your medication around the same time every single day, so that way you stay stabilized. All right. I've been taking methadone since I was 14. I'm 26 now. I would even say hours. If I miss a dose, I feel muscle pain and my tummy bubbling. Oh, yeah, I know how you feel. I just get upset wondering why some people can go a few days and I can't. So, Nico, I think some people just have a slower breakdown of the medication. Now, I do know that one of my friends, I don't know if she's in the chat right now, but her name on the screen is Rikers Mimi. Her real name is Lisa. Bye, Miss. I love you, girl. Lisa has something going on with her thyroid. So she was taking her Suboxone, and then her thyroid was just like eating it up, right? So when she would go in to take a drug screen, the Suboxone wasn't showing up in her drug test. And so her doctor was like, what is going on here? You're not taking your medication. Well, it wasn't that she wasn't taking her medication, it's that her thyroid is it's burning it, right? It was burning it off so fast. So she had to she was only on, I think, 2 milligrams. So they bumped her out to 4 milligrams. So that way it would stay in there and she would actually get the benefits of the medication. But you might have your doctor check your thyroid, Nico. Good, Ryan. I'm glad it's helping you. And see, you guys, I always want you all to know that, like, I want you to do all the research that you need to do before you make a decision to get put on medication-assisted treatment, okay? Like, I don't want you to take my word for it, because I didn't take my word for it. When I got put on Suboxone, my husband had told me, hey, I went into treatment. My husband was like, I'm going to get put on Suboxone, right? And I was like, no, no, no. And he was like, I know what I need to do. I'm going to do what I need to do. And I went into rehab. Well, when I came out, he had gotten put on Suboxone. And I was like, you mother. And I was mad at him, right? Because I had this negative thought of the way Suboxone was. I thought that if you were on Suboxone that you were still getting high, because I didn't know about the medication. I didn't understand it. It wasn't until I got on the medication, I sat down with my doctor, he explained to me how it works in your system, how it levels out. It wasn't until then that I understood that, if anybody is telling you you're getting high on Suboxone or you're still getting high, they are a liar. That is a lie from the pit of hell. If you're taking your medication as prescribed, your Suboxone, you are not feeling anything. Way to get high. I am small. I don't gain weight. So yeah, I had my thyroid checked and it was fine. Actually, a few months ago, I get urine and they come back with medication. I do have a fast metabolism. That's probably what it is then, girl. Because see, I have a very slow metabolism and I've gained actually about 60 pounds in my sobriety. And for me, that was probably one of the hardest things for me to deal with getting sober was the weight gain, because I was so depressed about it. And I just felt judged and I didn't feel pretty. But I'm telling you, I would rather be chunky, a thick soul sister, than to be strung out, like I was, and be unhealthy. Yeah, that's right, Cindy. You cannot get high on Suboxone if you take it as it's prescribed. And there's people that work in different areas in recovery, and they want to start this whole idea and this narrative that Suboxone gets you fucked up. And if you're not taking it as prescribed and you're just like abusing it, right? And you're taking it one day and then not taking it for 10 days. And then you take it for one day and you're not taking it for 10 days, right? And you know what, Nico? So are you on methadone, Nico? Because my girlfriend Leanne she's been off of methadone for about 6 months. But what she did was she did a blind taper with her clinic. And I want y'all to understand something. I'm going to have her on the channel and she's going to tell you guys. Now she works for a rehab, as she's doing so freaking good. But she did a blind taper. And when she got down to her last 15, 20 milligrams, that's when she started going really, really slow on the taper. But you can do this. And I'm telling you, if you're on methadone, the best way to go about it is to have your clinic blind taper you. Have them not tell you when you're going down. So anybody else have any questions, or y'all want to talk about anything in particular? Please let me know, because I love hearing from you guys. If anybody wants to call in, feel free to call in. I'm taking phone calls while we sit here and chit chat. So I'm going to tell you guys what was my final surrender. Okay. Some of you guys might already know this, but some of you guys might not. So after being in active addiction from the time I was 17 till the time I was 31-ish, 31 and a half-ish. When did I get sober? I'm 37 now. So I got sober at 33. Okay. I got sober at 33. Can someone tell me if they have any physical mirror meetings? Yes, Caleb, I actually can. Hold on, baby. Yeah. Yeah, hold on. I'm doing a meeting. You know the tea, boy. The issue is I get 30 bottles, so each drop I would see it coming because it had to be the day I pick up. Oh, man. And you know what, girl? It really is so psychological. If you cannot see it, it would be the best thing for you. Seriously, it would change your life. Okay, Caleb, are you listening? Here, listen to me. What state do you live in? There are physical Mara meetings, you guys. You can go to marainternational.org.
I want a cookie.
Okay, get one. Oh, sorry, guys.
I need a plate.
Okay, now let me tell you. Plate. I'm waiting for Caleb. Tell me what state you live in. Go get your plate from upstairs. Go get it. Kansas. Is that Kansas? Okay, look for a K. Okay, it says Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Maryland, Massachusetts. So there's none in Kansas, but that doesn't mean you cannot make a Kansas meeting. So this is what we're going to do, Caleb. It says get in touch. So we're going to put in, can I put in your information and they can get in touch with you and you can make your own meeting in your state if you want to. You let me know. You email me and then we can message the Jeff from the Mara and he can help you set up your own meeting in Kansas. And then your meeting can get on this list because our meeting that we're having right now is on the list because we do web-based meetings. Maybe you could go each day starting the taper so you wouldn't see it coming. Hold on, buddy.
You have to leave.
You are just digging in my cookies, huh?
Oh, they taste so good.
They taste so good, huh?
But they look ugly.
They look ugly, but they taste delicious. There you go. Okay.
Let the glee out.
Yeah. Hold on, Nico. Let me read it in. I think they might have. Okay. You're in New Jersey? Okay. No, there's one in New Jersey, Nico. Here, let me get it for you. Okay, Mara meeting Thursday, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 at 61 Spring Street in Newton, New Jersey. Sorry, guys. Can you see that, girl? Sorry about that. Newton, New Jersey, girlfriend. Anybody else? It says park in public lot 3 on Trinity Street. Use rear entrance. So New Jersey does have them. And this is the thing, you guys. Mara is really, it's brand new, okay? It's probably been going on for about a year and a half, maybe. And you can start, I'm close to Philly. Okay, hold on. Philadelphia. Pennsylvania, that's not Philadelphia. Why do I always think of peas. So you guys can start Mara meetings where you live. And I want to encourage you guys to do that, okay? Just like I started this meeting, I thought they're never going to let me start a meeting. They're never going to trust me, right? I messaged Jeff and I messaged the people on Facebook at Mara International, and they said, sure, we'll approve your meeting. And so we've been doing this meeting here on YouTube for 7 months now, 8 months. And it really has helped you guys. Like, I get to meet so many of you guys, so many people. Please go here if y'all want to find meetings in your state. Mara International, marainternational.org. Okay. And that will help you. And you can even, like I said, it'll say get in touch with, and you can message Jeff, and you guys can start meetings in your states. And what they're doing right now is there's 12 steps to Mara. Okay. And as the program has been growing, now they're writing a book. All right. Like, how AA has their big book. Mara is going to have its own 12 steps, 12 traditions, and its own book that we can work out of. So that way, eventually as Mara grows, we can start like sponsoring people and everything, Hey guys, yeah, I'd definitely like to know more about it. The only places I found that were accepting to people on maintenance was Celebrate Recovery or something like that. Caleb, yes, Mara is like made for us by us. Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who believe in all-inclusive recovery, judgment-free. In fact, I'm going to read to you their preamble because we kind of read it before you got here. But since you're here, I'm going to take my time, Caleb, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Okay. We of Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous believe that medication is a therapeutic tool of recovery that may or may not be discontinued in time, dependent upon the needs of the individual. Okay. It says, do you use medication such as methadone, naltrexone, Suboxone, and it goes on and on and on, lists a whole bunch of medications that is prescribed and approved by the medical community to treat various drug and use disorders. Many addicts and alcoholics that are utilizing evidence-based science to aid in their recovery sometimes feel unwelcome. Here at Mara, you're always welcome. Recovery is simply to recover from an unsafe lifestyle. Yes, there is a silly stigma. If they read the studies, they would know. We welcome everyone serious about recovery here. Absolutely. And that's the thing, you guys, like, if somebody came to this meeting that wasn't on medication, they're welcome, too. I want everyone to know that you can come here and hang out and we can share with each other and we can help each other stay sober, right? I'm terrified of weight gain and sobriety. At my highest weight, I was 375. Right now, I'm 220. My main hesitation against trying MAT, either antidepressants or Suboxone, is weight gain. So, Irish patriotic, listen to me, okay? So are you still in active addiction, babe? Because this is what you got to do. I was the same way, all right? All my life, I have been really insecure about my weight. I have always struggled with my weight. I love to eat. My mom's Mexican and my dad's Italian. And let's just say I got an appetite. I love food. All my life, my weight has fluctuated. One of the main reasons I started using methamphetamine was because I wanted to be skinny and it helped me not be hungry. I finally just got to a place where I was like, you know what? I'm going to die if I don't get sober. Do I enjoy being overweight? Does it bother me? Yeah, I don't like it, but I can make a change. I can change it, right? I just have to be dedicated to making that change, and I haven't been. That's on me, right? But I'm here to tell you, like, you don't have to gain weight. You don't have to be like me. You can get on those medications if you need to, and you can stay sober and you can stay healthy and you can go out and exercise and walk. See, what I did was I didn't exercise, I didn't walk. Okay. I'm taking responsibility for that. When I got put on Suboxone and I got sober, I didn't know how to live life. And I kind of just got scared of everything and I just stayed at home all the time. Now that I've been sober for a little bit, I'm learning that I got to get out. I got to move around. I got to stay healthy. I want to be healthy for my family, right? Not only for my son, because I want to be able to do things with him, but for me. And so it's just been all a process. For me, eating is just another addiction. My addiction manifests itself in different areas of my life all the time. I'll shop, I'll eat, I'll do all kinds of stuff, right? That's just my addictive nature. But I'm working on it and I'm doing better. I'm doing a lot better than I was when I was in active addiction. About 1 month, I have no physical cravings, but the mental cravings can be super intense. That is amazing. 30 days is such a huge accomplishment. Listen to me. You're doing great. Okay, so you're having thoughts, is what you're telling me. You're having thoughts of using. Here's what we got to do, okay? We have to start changing the way we think and we have to start shifting those thoughts that you're having to positive thoughts. Okay. So if you're thinking, like say, do you notice that your thoughts come on maybe while you're stressed or having a bad day? Like pinpoint when you start thinking about using. And if you can start pinpointing where that is coming from, then we can start working on a solution for it. I live in a lonely spot. I have a little chicken farm and I manage a feral cat colony in Camden. I have a big yard on dead end, quiet street with like no neighbors. That's awesome. I love the country. Sorry. I just got this lip balm. It's so good, you guys. I love talking to you guys. I'm having such a good time. Okay. I heard you, Brandon. If you can watch, there's a doc called Louis Theroux, Law and Disorder. Yeah, so here's the thing with the mental cravings, all right? So like I was saying, start trying to combat those mental cravings by recognizing when you're having the craving, okay? If it's, like I said, brought on by stress, brought on by emotions, brought on by pain, brought on by boredom, loneliness, right? Start pinpointing why you're having the thoughts, okay? So let's say it's because you're just sitting at the house and you're bored. Irish Patriotic is sitting at home and he's like, I'm bored. I need to get high. Boom, right there. We need to fill our day with something. We need to get these idle hands and put them to work. So if boredom is one of the reasons why you think, because that's honestly 9 times out of 10, if I think about using, it's because I'm not doing anything. I'm not keeping myself occupied. See, right now, coming on here, talking to you guys, talking about recovery, telling you what works for me, this helps me stay sober. This helps me stay occupied. So this is how I stay sober, is by sharing with you guys all these different things that I've learned from other people, right? And it helps me. So you might think, oh, wow, Nicole, she does these meetings. It's so great. These help me stay sober. Talking to you guys and sharing this stuff, it helps me stay sober. So that's why I do it. So it's a win-win. We're all winning here. So boredom is one of the main reasons why I will think about using. The second main reason why I get triggered to use, or I think about using, is stress. Just not feeling right. What I try to do when I have a stress in my life is I try to find a way to lessen the load. Okay? If I'm stressed out because my son is being a wild child and he's driving me insane that day, I'll call my mom or call my mother-in-law and I'll say, hey, can you take Nate next weekend for a day so that way I can have a mom day? Right? That doesn't happen very often, but those are ways that I can have somebody else to join me and lessen the load, because carrying the stress all by yourself, that's what will happen, is we'll carry it by ourselves and then we collapse. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to get your friend and say, hey girl, can you carry half this? Because my back's killing me. I'm not afraid. If I'm having a hard time, I'll call Cindy and I'll say, I'm fucking pissed. I'm having a hard time. I need to vent, and that she helps me carry half the load. Or my husband will help me, you guys. And what I mean by carrying, I mean mentally. Sometimes I just need someone to listen. And a lot of the times that's what you might need. You might just need someone to listen. But you just said it best. It is something within our control to do something about it. Right. And that's the thing, like, I can make that change, I feel like when we're in active addiction, the addiction is so strong and the substances take control that we feel like we can't make a change, or we're so out of control. So at least that I'm not where I used to be, Daniel says, I consider exercise a positive addiction of sort that replaces some really negative stuff. Most of us are just impulsive in general. We must learn how to channel that compulsiveness to benefit us. Yes, I agree. Totally. And that helps to, build you up in a positive way. Man, I'm telling you what, I have got to become addicted to exercising. If that ever happens, if I ever get addicted to getting in shape, y'all are going to just be, I got to show you guys some pictures. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys some pictures of me when I was in my active addiction. And I'm going to show you guys some pictures of me when I wasn't in active addiction. Okay. Don't walk away, boy. Okay. This was me when I was in active addiction. Oh, can you guys see that? And you can go to this Instagram and see me there. I'll tell you guys the story. So this picture right here was taken, I was living with my friend Tanya in this trailer, right? The trailer was just a hot mess. I was paying her like $200 just a month to live there. I had my own room and we were shooting meth and Roxy's. And she had to drive me to work every day because my car got impounded and I sold it to the lady for $3,000. I gave my mom and dad $2,000. I took $1,000 of it and spent it on Xanax and Roxy's. True story. Okay, let me find another store. Now, this was me clean and sober right before I relapsed. Let me find it. No walk away. That's right before I relapsed. That I was living in the treatment center halfway house. Okay, you guys know that when I tell you the stories about me living at the halfway house, that's me there at the halfway house. Let me see. Then I decided to go out with this guy named Tyler, and we ended up going out and relapsing. I'm pretty sure he got sober though. Thanks, Great Dane. I appreciate it. You know, I bust myself down because I've gained weight. But like I said, I'd rather have a little bit of weight gain and be healthy than to be strung out like I am here. Look at you guys can't see that good. Right here, I was sleeping on the floor at Mr. Lawrence's house, and I was renting the floor. I was literally paying him to sleep on his floor, you guys. So bad. Okay, now, hey Landon. Now I'm going to show you the first day I met my husband. And y'all are going to die. Oh. Look at Neil. Look how much weight this was Neil when I first met him. Oh, right there. He was on methadone, and so was I because I was eating all his methadone. And we were just eating them by the handfuls, you guys. It was really, really bad. It was bad. It was bad. But now we're sober and we're living our lives right. I'll show you one last picture. Someone call in. Hey, Landon, you want to call in? Call me, bub. Call me and tell me about what made you get sober, Landon. There you go, guys. If you want to call in, there's the phone number. Listen, Linda, listen. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate you, babe. You guys, I really am hard on myself because I've gained weight. You know what I'm saying? That's me and Neil before we got sober. Oh, you guys, it was just so bad. But now I'm going to show you me and my husband sober. Okay? And I hope you guys will enjoy this little sober Nicole moment. Okay, here is when I gave birth to my son. Look at my husband's face. So I guess I never told you guys. The reason I ended up getting sober, the last thing that pushed me over the edge was my son being taken by the state. And when my son got taken, it opened my eyes up, and that's when I went and got help, and I went into treatment that day. And I get emotional because if my son hadn't gotten taken away from me, I would not be here today. I would have probably died of an overdose, and I probably would have lost him. But because he got taken from me, I'm here to tell you guys the story, you know? Do y'all want to see a picture of baby Nicole? Do you see that little baby? That's me. Oh, we got a caller. Oh, call me back, whoever that was. It just totally, I guess you want me to call you back? It was little me. Yes, isn't that cute? I'm sharing all the stuff with you guys today. Yes, Neil is a ginger.
Hello.
Hey, Landon.
Hey, what's up?
It's you, isn't it?
Must be running late. I didn't want to interrupt your little picture you're showing.
Oh no, you're fine. So what's up, man? Tell me about you. Tell me what made you finally get yourself together.
Oh, I got the same reason. It was a child. It wasn't my child. It was my brother's, my little niece. And she was like, let me turn my...
Yeah, turn me down.
Yeah, I went to jail for distribution and stuff, and I ran from the police and stuff. They gave me 5, but I did 2.5, and I just missed my little girl, my little niece Gracie. Shit, talking to her on one of them phones in jail. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I remember the phones in jail. They suck.
Yeah.
So tell me,
it don't even feel like a real phone call.
man, I remember when my mom.
I don't want to go through that again. So thinking about that every day and other things help me stay on track.
Yeah. How long have you been sober, if you don't mind me asking?
Like I smoke weed and I do subs, but I'm like a way different person.
Listen to me. You don't do subs. That's your medication, your prescribed subs. If you smoke marijuana, that's okay. I mean, I don't have no opinion on that. I just don't want you to be buying it from a drug dealer because I don't want you to get caught up. But as long as you are being responsible and taking your medication as prescribed, you're doing amazing. Okay, you got to remember that. Give yourself some credit.
I even give my subs to my mom. She keeps them in a safe and gives me like a little piece every morning. So,
good job, Landon. That's awesome.
Like I need some help too. Can't do it all by yourself.
Well, yeah, and you know what? That's a good thing to do because when I first started taking my Suboxone, I thought if I took more that it would make me feel better. So I would overtake it and then I would run out. So the fact that you know that you have your mom hold it, that's really responsible and you're doing so good, man. You need to give yourself some credit, okay?
Right.
I mean, you've changed your whole life.
I've been looking for a damn job. Don't nobody want to hire my ass with all these felonies and shit.
And you live in Louisiana, right?
I cooked forever while I was in jail. I'm a good ass cook, but I don't know that.
Well, have you thought about looking into like a job, like at a factory or something?
Shit, I was at Calumet where they made the WD-40 and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I was like a year in, I was doing good. Then I like had some money and I started taking X-Pills again. And I have seizures from like when I withdraw Xanax and stuff.
Yep.
So I take like a Depakote now, so I don't have seizures.
Uh-huh.
And I was doing real good. I thought I didn't have no more seizures, so I stopped my medicine and started taking X. And like 3 days later, I had a seizure at work and lost it.
Oh wow.
So I was at where they find you jobs.
Yeah, a temp agent, like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, temp service.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's where I find all my jobs really, and now I can't work with them no more.
Well, you know, have you got a resume?
Yeah, my mom helped me make one. I got a good one.
Okay, good. Well, you know what? If you want me to, I'll help you. I'll help you out, man. I'll help you find something.
Yeah, they got this thing I paid $10 a month for. I only use it like once before the. It helps you with your resume. It basically types it in for you. It's a app I pay for.
You know what? I have some friends who live down there where you live, and they might have work. You know what? I'll message you on Instagram, or I'll text you back when I get off this live stream. But you know what? It's always good to know people, because when you know people, then people can help you find a job and stuff. I know for me, when I first got sober, I had the same problem because I have felonies on my record. And so it was really difficult for me to find a job. But I had a friend of a friend of a friend who knew, and she helped me find this job. So the job that I have now. So I'll help you find a job, man, and we'll get you lined out. It'll just take some time, but I know if you stay sober and you keep doing the right thing, that everything's going to work out. All right. Don't give up, okay?
Shit changes once you have a whole bunch of money in your pocket, though.
Well, you can't listen, when you got money in your pocket, you have to still do the same thing that you were doing before you got the money in your pocket, because
I gotta give that shit to my mom. I gotta
it sounds to me like money is a trigger for you.
Mm-hmm. I'm just chill at the house, so I don't worry about money. I ain't worry about drugs. I'm just doing my little music thing. I'm chilling.
That's what you have to do. Listen to me. I know that it can be tempting to go out and kick it, and you see everybody else getting fucked up and stuff, but that life is not going to take you anywhere but down to the grave or in jail, and you don't want to go there.
That's the whole lifestyle, like me going to the club every night just to see what's up.
That's right.
Like, wow.
It is.
Crazy. I used to do that.
I was the same way, man. I used to shut the club down. But we're getting older now, and it's not cool anymore. What's cool now is to, have our kids, have our homes, take care of our families. That's what's cool when you get older. When you're out there and you're young, it's cool to be, getting fucked up and all that stuff, but it's not, once you get older. So for real though, Landon, look for me. I'm going to message you on Instagram, and I'll text you after this, and I'll help you find something. All right. I know you live in Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
I got you, man. I'll help you out. Okay.
That's what's up. I'm new. I'm gonna fuck with you though.
All right. Don't get discouraged. Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch your show. I'm straight.
Okay. I know you're new, but I've seen you over there on Instagram, and I just really appreciate your support, man, for real.
Oh, it ain't nothing. I like what you're doing.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you fighting them trolls off for me.
Yeah.
I saw your comment the other day. You were like, I got your back anytime, Nicole. I was like, oh, thanks, man.
I got you.
All right, man. I'm going to let you go. Tell everybody to be good, and I'll text you on Instagram later, okay?
This is Armand.
All right, everybody that's listening. Thanks for listening.
All right. I'll talk to you later, Landon.
Peace.
Bye. Yes, baby. I'll put this arm on. That was Landon, you guys. Landon from Louisiana.
So there's only 3.
No, there's 16.
What?
16 people.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Nate's counting, y'all.
No, there's 7.
Yeah, I'll help you guys any way I can. And I'm not just saying that I want y'all to understand something, okay? If you reach out to me and you need help with anything, or you need help finding a job, or you need resources, all you have to do is reach out to me, and I'll do whatever I can to help you get connected to those resources, or help you do whatever you need to do. I don't just come on here and say it because it's cool to say or because it looks good. I actually do it. And that's because someone did it for me, you guys. Someone helped me find a job. Someone talked to me when I was crying. Somebody helped me get sober. Somebody helped me go to meetings. Somebody picked me up and gave me rides. Like, I do this because someone did it for me, and I'm just passing it down. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that you guys will pass it down. All right? When you get yourself together and you get sober and you start living your life, pass it down. Help somebody else. If I hadn't found this community, I don't think I'd be doing nearly as good as I have been. Nicole has been a great help to me so far. So very grateful. I'm grateful for you too, man. I guess I guess we're so used to seeing people on YouTube say this and that and the other. And I just want you guys to know, like, I'm not saying it because I'm just saying it. Like, I say it and I mean it. Like, I really mean that I want you to get sober. I really mean that I want you to have a good life. I really mean that, I love y'all's support. Oh, somebody called. We're calling you back, whoever it was.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
It's Who's this?
Who's this?
This is Nicole.
This is Daniel.
What's up, Daniel?
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I thought you were talking to the other guy right now.
Well, I just hung up with him.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay?
Cool. I was going to try and be polite, call in after he was done.
Oh, well, you did great. I saw that I missed a call from you, so I thought I'd call you back, and I had just hung up with him.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to share real quick. I'll be celebrating 8 years of sobriety here with Suboxone, of course, in February.
8 years?
8 years.
Damn, that is amazing. Tell us how you did it.
And I'll try to make a long story really short. I grew up in the system from the time I was 13. I live in California. Probably till the time I was about 32, just in and out, constant heroin, meth, you name it. I mean, I was a garbage pail for it. I started having children. My first daughter got taken at one point by CPS. Now, there's a lot that I'm going to miss and not fill in because it's just a lot there. But in 2007, I don't know if you guys remember the Witch Creek fires or the big fires that happened in San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay, well, our General Electric company out here was found liable for those. So I settled out of court for almost $400,000 with them.
Wow.
And so I was in my addiction. My ex-wife was also using heavily, and we just kind of split it down the middle and went as far off the deep end as we could. I almost died several times. She, unfortunately, is still on the street somewhere, still using today. However, I decided to go into a Christian-based rehabilitation program here in San Diego called Innis Steps.
Uh-huh.
It's a 6-month to a year program. You can choose. I did 6 months. I chose it first, just like you did, not to deal with Suboxone because of the bad juju that comes with it. Everybody's got something to say about it, you know.
Yeah.
And I really struggled with that. I struggled. I graduated the program. I was sober. I was clean, but I was internally just fighting at the bit to use to get back out there. And finally, I talked with my pastor. I talked with my wife. I had got remarried. I had got custody of my children during this time, all of this full legal and physical custody of my children. And I had said, hey, I just want to go on Suboxone. And, you know, there's a lot in there that I'm leaving out, but I've been on it to this day, very successful. I'm a journeyman plumber. I have a job that I wake up to every day. I love going to, and a family that's amazing. My children are all grown up now. My youngest is in the 6th grade. We have a son that graduated last year. Just really blessed, really blessed.
That is amazing. I am so, like, that gives me so much encouragement just hearing you tell me how far you've come in your recovery. And, you know, I hate that we even have to say, I've got 8 years with Suboxone. You know what, Daniel? You got
Right.
8 years sober, And that is amazing. Like we are making a change, like by sharing our stories and having no shame about being on maintenance. You're helping other people by being on here and sharing that you're having 8 years of being able to be a father, being able to take care of your kids. It doesn't matter if you're on whatever medication you're on, you're sober and you're able to be there for your kids. And I'm just like so grateful that you called in. Like, I don't think I've ever talked to you before, except for, I guess, on live streams. So I'm so glad that you came in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I changed my name on there. It was some other funny name, but it's because I don't use YouTube a whole lot or anything. There's a lot of channels, from prison channels to other stuff that I'm kind of involved with, but nothing is serious in my heart pool like I feel towards your channel. I saw your interview on death, and I heard you talk about wanting to go off Suboxone, but not knowing for sure, and I can sense that struggle there. I've been there. I tried it. It almost cost me my life. And I just really want to encourage you. Listen, if you are going to go off it, and not just you, but anybody out there that's listening to this, if you're going to go off it, and that's sincerely your goal, then awesome, do that. I encourage you. But if you're not ready, if you're not prepared totally, don't do it. Do what you feel is right in your heart. Take the medication seriously. I don't care what the rest of the world says or thinks. I live openly about it. I don't brag about it, but if somebody asks me, I'll tell them. And I don't have any plans of going off it. I'm on a lower dose. I take 8 milligrams every day, half in the morning, a half at night. And if I have to do that for the rest of my life, then I'm good with that, man. My kids don't know an addicted father. We have a sound, sane home. And what my life is now is.
Hello? Oh, no. Can you hear me? Oh, sorry, you guys. I was just getting into it. Oh, are you still there? Daniel? Hold on, guys. Man, leave it to me to let the phone go dead. No, it's not dead. Hold on, Daniel. I'm calling you back. Man. Okay.
Hello?
Hey, we got disconnected somehow.
Oh, sorry. I don't know where we got disconnected. But
you said that you have a sane, solid household. Your kids do not know an addicted father.
Yeah, absolutely. And I work. I work as much as I can. I work in rehabilitation with men trying to get sober, and with men trying to get custody of their children. I have for 8 years, this whole 8 years I've done this. Men that are the better fit, that are trying to get custody of their children. It's what I feel called to do. My life is amazing, right? I never would have thought that my life could be like this, and it could be like this for any of you. You can't see pictures of people or imagine, but I was it. I mean, I live in San Diego. I would go to Mexico every 2 or 3 days and come back over that border with stuff that would just blow your mind. I mean, it was insane to live this close to Mexico. You could only imagine. And then having $400,000.
Oh, wow. Yes. I mean, when you said that, I was like, you are a miracle that you're alive.
I am. Here I am. My ex-wife, unfortunately, she's not, and she hasn't even seen or talked to our children in 8 years. I've always made a clear and easy way for her to come back into their lives, but it's going to take accountability. It's going to take a rehab, and she's just never been interested in that. And my wife now has raised these children. She is their mom. She's an amazing woman.
Yeah.
And she's my rock as well. Helps me as well.
That's you know what? That breaks my heart that your ex-wife hasn't wanted to come. Because for me, when my son was taken, the pull like the minute I had to hand him over to the state, the pull to get him back kicked right in. I mean, I was just devastated that he was not in my custody. And so I just breaks my heart because I know that she must be so far down that she must just be getting higher and higher to not think about, because all I could think about when I would lay down was my son.
Yeah.
I couldn't even
Yeah.
sleep at night in the treatment center because all I could do was think about my son.
Yeah, that thought is what broke me. That thought is what changed me. That thought turned me around. That thought of my children growing up in the system that I did, going down the same road of history repeating itself again, generational curses and generational addiction. It's been in my family for generations, and but my children are my rock, man, and I did what I had to get them back. It breaks my heart for my ex-wife as well, and to look into my children's eyes when they ask about her, and to I can't even explain to you the anger and the frustration and the things I have to deal with in regards to that. But I have to, I'm a Christian, and to each their own with everything, but I choose to bring everything to the foot of the cross and lay it down. But it's hard.
Yeah.
But it's hard. But we pray for her. We haven't forgotten about her. And that's all that we can do.
I'm so glad that you called in because it's so awesome to hear it from a man's point of view. And the fact that you've been able to step up and be the main, the parent for your children. It's just, I know it gives so many of the guys in the chat hope that they can also, succeed and be there for their kids also, and I always used to get nervous about sharing about my son, but now I know, like, the reason I share about my son is exactly for this reason, because there's people out there like you who have been down that same road that I have been down with your kids.
So that's a very unique facet of this whole thing, in men getting custody and what they go through in that struggle. And my experience is that it's very off kilter. It is very unfair at first, and you really have to be serious about it. And I don't know if it's unfair when you weigh the mother giving birth to the children or whatnot, but having to go, I had to go through 3 or 4 times what my ex-wife would have had. They would have just been given to her,
right?
And I had to fight tooth and nail for them. But it is.
Uh-oh. Did I break it? Am I losing you again? Oh, there you are. Okay. I thought I lost you again.
I'm here, and I'd like to do an interview with you at some point.
That's what I was just about to say. I would love to have you on the channel. Do you have Instagram or an email?
I have an email, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have Instagram.
That's fine.
Old school.
When I hang up with
But
you,
I can get it.
well, no, I have your number now. When I hang up with you, I'm going to text message you, and we're going to get you scheduled to come on the channel and share your story. And you can tell the whole story. You don't have to rush or anything. We can take as long as you want.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think it would. I think that would be really good. And I don't. Aside from the men that I work with in this small rehab in this, I live in San Diego. I know it's a big city, but I live in a country part of San Diego that's in the mountains. And it's a very small city. So outside of this city, I don't do a whole lot or talk a whole lot. But I feel like here on this channel and this environment, my testimony and what I've been through would be best shared.
I would love to have you on. It would be an honor to have you on to share. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'll hang up with you, and then I'm going to text you, and we'll get you all lined out. And I can't wait to get to know you more. And just thank you so much for calling in tonight. I know that it can be a little nerve-wracking at first, but I'm just so glad that you called in and shared your story, a little bit of it with us tonight. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having listening ears and for your channel, man. You got a gift. Stick with it. you know, and we all have a battle to fight. So I just want to encourage you, and I will be talking to you further.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. I'll text you here in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Daniel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
That was amazing, you guys. Daniel, thank you so much for calling in. I have to text you right now and tell you that. You guys, 8 years of sobriety, 8 years of being able to be a father to his kids. 8 years, you guys. That is so amazing. I don't mean to get emotional, but I started my channel because I needed support. I needed to find other people who were like me. And I feel like I'm finding my people, you know. I am just so excited to see and meet so many more of you guys and hear so many more of y'all's stories. This is like, I feel like we just had an amazing meeting tonight. It's like it took a little bit of time for us to get going, but I feel like we just had an amazing meeting. You know, when you go to church or a meeting and you come out and you feel like the Holy Spirit has just been in the room and you're like, thank you, Jesus. And you come out and it's just like, you feel so great, right? That's what I feel like right now from this meeting. Thank you so much for all of you guys being here. Thank you so much for watching my channel and sharing with me your lives and sharing your stories with me. Like, every single day that I get to come on here and be a part of this with you guys, it literally changes my life. You guys give me so much purpose. Thank you so much. I don't think I could ever explain to you guys how much this has changed my life having this channel. I mean, you guys are amazing, and I'm just so grateful that I'm getting to find you guys and that we're getting to know each other and that I have you guys here. And like I said, I know people probably think I'm such a weirdo and I cannot help it, but I don't think you understand how much I appreciate you guys, how much you guys have changed my life. Hey, Jamie, what's up, girl? We're having an amazing meeting. We've had so many amazing people call in tonight, you guys, and share just little parts of their testimony. What I'm going to do is, we've been on here for almost 2 hours. I'm going to do a last call. Last call, if anybody wants to call in real quick, say a little something. What I'm going to do while I'm doing the last call is I'm just going to let you guys know what we got going on for the rest of the weekend. So tomorrow night is Saturday night. What I was thinking we could do tomorrow night is I'll probably come on like later on, and I have an interview scheduled tomorrow night with Dago Viking. So Dago Viking's going to come on and share his story tomorrow night at like 7 or 8, and then I'll come back on later that night and we'll do a live call-in again. And when did I start my channel, Great Dane? 2018, December of 2018. No, 2017, December of 2017, I think. This time has flown by. It's been so great. It's late here. Bye, Nicole and everyone. Bye, The Wilderness. Mwah, love you. So we have Dago Viking coming on tomorrow night. And then Sunday night, we have Michelle Mariner coming on. And let me just tell you guys about Michelle. Oh, I know Michelle, and the way I found her channel was she had a channel up about 3 years ago, and the channel was called My Heroin Addiction, the Good, the Bad, and the Bloody. And I clicked on her videos, and it was so sad, you guys. But I'm here to tell you that she has been sober for, I think, almost 4 years now, 3 years now. And she has such a story to tell you guys. I'm not going to give it away, but I'm just telling you. Her story is going to knock your socks off. It's going to knock your socks off. That's going to be on Sunday night. Tomorrow night, Dago Viking's going to come on. He's going to share his testimony. I'm sure his story's going to knock your socks off. So we got 2 stories back to back coming at you Saturday and Sunday night. So I hope you guys will be able to make it for that. We'll be live streaming it. And then on Monday, we'll have our big book study. I'm going to get back on track with big book studies. For those of you that are interested in the 12 steps through Alcoholics Anonymous, what we're going to do is we're just going to be reading the book and just sharing all about that. So I really, really hope that that's something you guys will be interested in. If it's not, let me know and I will we'll change some things up. But what I feel like is happening is the people who need to be here are staying and they're enjoying what we're doing here. And I hope that it's helping you guys. It helps me so much. So I really hope that it's giving you support that you need. I hope that you guys know that you're welcome here. You're safe here. Like this is a place of positivity and support and love and tolerance. And I want you all to know that I'll never judge you. Okay. If you're struggling, do not be ashamed. Reach out to me. Call me. If you're struggling and you're like, I want to get high, you better call me. You better call me and tell me about it so I can talk to your ass. And listen, I can't stop anybody from going out and getting high, but I can keep you on the phone with me and we can just talk and we can laugh. And by the time you get off the phone, you might not want to use anymore. How about that? Sometimes that's what we got to do, you guys. Sometimes it just takes somebody listening to us, just venting, and we feel 100% better. So I love you, Jamie. I'm glad you came in, girl. I know you're at work. And Ryan, I'm so glad you're here too, baby. And I'm glad that you're enjoying these meetings because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm human, okay? Sorry, my nose is running because I've been crying like a baby. I'm human. And sometimes I think, am I doing enough? Is this helping anybody? Do they like it? And then my mind starts telling me, no, nobody likes you. You're not doing it enough. They hate you, right? And I know that's not the truth, but I'm just telling you, like, I'm insecure, and sometimes I don't think I'm doing good enough, or I think I'm not doing enough, But you guys really, really do help me to see that this is working and that this is benefiting you guys, and what time do you usually come on? Okay, Landon, it'll be tomorrow night. We'll be on at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, same time we did this evening. Love you, Jamie. Every time I come on, it's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you guys are ever like wondering, just come over, just swing through the channel at 7 p.m. Central, and I'll be over here. I always come on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Now, since you guys have came to the channel and I've had new subscribers, I've been bumping it up and I've been doing Saturdays and Sundays. So, I'm just trying to keep you guys excited about your recovery. All right. And that's what this is all about. This is about community. This is about fellowship. This is about support. Okay. And I want to keep you guys amped up about staying sober and staying on the right track. Okay. Bye, Brandon. Love you. Have a good night. Okay. So I can sit here and talk to you guys all night long. Y'all know that, right? So I'm going to let y'all go so I'm not holding y'all hostage anymore. Thank you, everybody that called in. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, strength, and hope with everybody. Thank you for helping me share this message of hope. Okay, you guys? I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Keep doing the damn thing. All right? And I will see you guys tomorrow night with Dago Viking and then the next night with Michelle. Love y'all. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. Thank you, everybody.